So we are just waiting for everyone to join. So I think Bharti Singh, you might have joined from their side. So are you on, Bharti? So we'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll begin this session. So Bharti Singh, have you joined the call? Just waiting for your confirmation in the chat. So we'll start in 10 minutes. I think people are still taking time to join. So you can call your coordinator and we'll be starting in 10 minutes. Yeah, so I see everyone has joined. So, welcome everyone. Abhishek this side from AuroGroup, and we'll be having this pre-placement talk today where I'll be guiding you through the AuroGroup, all the ventures that we have under the AuroGroup, and we'll be answering all the questions or doubt you have regarding the AuroGroup. So we'll be going through different ventures, starting with Auro Digital. So Auro Digital is basically a Web3 ventures which focuses on crypto and fintech platform. So in that Auro Digital, we have built a SaaS platform which is blockchain driven and crypto driven, and we are doing something, a new innovation in the Indian space, and that's targeting most of the backend developer, blockchain developers, all the full stack developers. So those are the jobs that they are looking for, and also the investment analyst. So basically, what Auro Digital is, it's a SaaS platform which basically connects all the different crypto centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, and we created an aggregated order book. So that's one of the platform. Then we have Auro Edu. Auro Edu is one of the platform. It's a learning platform which basically is on a motto that helps students learn to basically earn, teach them the skills that is necessary for all the different kind of jobs that are available in the market. So we'll be starting this session with some of the key points from our founders, and at the end of the session we'll be having a live Q&A with all the questions that you put in the chat. We'll be discussing anything regarding your stipend query or regarding what would be your normal day looking like when you join Auro Ventures. So we'll be discussing all those points. So I'll start with a basic introduction of our founder. I'll just invite him to the call, and after that we'll introduce to some of the team members that we have here with us, and then we'll be going through all the different of the questions that you guys put up in the chat. So any queries, any moment you feel like you want to ask anything, you can ping here. I'll be responding in chat as well, real time. So let's start with the founder meetings. Let me know if you have any query.
So this is an info session that we've organized with a couple of ITs, namely Dhanbad and Jammu, to provide students a chance to get to know us better and to also ask questions. We've done this info session with a few IITs, and we've also been recruiting from all the prominent IITs for over 10 years. So my name is Amar Anand. I'm founder of the AuroGroup. We have a number of ventures and an investment fund that we run. We'll be walking you through each one of those quickly. Um, and then we've also got our team from some of the ventures to give you a sense of what the experience is like. Most of them are IIT alumnuses, and they're going to talk a little bit about their own experience, and then you guys have a chance to ask all of us questions as well. Um, so with that, let me just kick off a little bit of my background. So, I grew up in India, went to St. Stephen's College, did economics honors, went on to the London School of Economics to do my master's in finance and economics, and then was at Stanford Business School. Um, Started my career back in 2000 at McKinsey and Company in New York. That was management consulting largely for financial institutions globally. And then joined one of my clients, which was Citigroup in New York, to have a position on the M&A committee and essentially help manage their $2 trillion balance sheet with investments across the world. We prominently made the largest investment in HDFC Bank and HDFC Corp, the mortgage company, before most people had kind of heard of HDFC. And then several investments globally, including Akbank in Turkey, Bank Handler in Poland, Banamex in Mexico, Household in the US, et cetera, et cetera. I started my first Web 2.0 venture back in 2006. It was the first cohort of Web 2.0 ventures, a company called eTime is Money, where we came up with a model for people to set a price for their time and to essentially leverage the business process of shoring movement in India, largely from Western markets. Very fortunate at the time to become the top 50 startups in the US. It was a class that had Mark Zuckerberg, LinkedIn. So if you Google that, you'll see some presentations that we made at the time along with these gentlemen. Didn't realize how big Web 2.0 is going to become, but got an offer to head up one of the large private equity firms in Asia. So I think wrongly took that on to join Cinven in Europe, and later found that some of these companies that we presented in went on to become the largest companies in the world. Uh, but moved on from there. So did private equity for a few years, large buyouts of multi-billion-dollar companies across the world, and then in 2012 helped start Taiwan Capital in Hong Kong, which was a spin-off out of Lone Pine Capital in Asia. Lone Pine is one of the large tiger funds. You may have heard of Tiger Global. So very similar strategy to that. Um, so we grew that into one of the largest funds in Asia. Early investors in Uber, Palantir, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Car One MG, Tokopedia, Alibaba, et cetera, in addition to also large investments on the public side. So, for example, one of the largest investors in the Sin Bank after the Hindujas. In 2017, we spun off uh, Auroville, which was meant to be a venture studio, because we realized that there was a lot of exciting opportunities very early stage in tech, and we were losing some of our data scientists to these opportunities from the fund. And so we essentially gave the data scientists an opportunity to essentially come up with ideas, and we backed them to start ventures, which initially started in the blockchain space, which was really hot in 2018. Um, and so that has now grown into about a dozen ventures across the venture studio. So Abhishek, if you have that handy, you can quickly bring that up. We can quickly go through the list, um, and then pass the mic over to our teammates from a couple of the ventures. So, Aura Digital, the first one, as you can see, is based in the US. It's one of our flagship ventures. It's the new name for a Nasdaq listed company where we acquired the OMS BMS company called Diginex, which was a trading software platform. We've since built that out to be one of the largest infrastructure plays within blockchain. So it's connected to about 105 centralized exchanges, about 120 DEXs, all the large OTC desks, and many of the large qualified custodians around the world. We've got two of our colleagues, Aditya and Navas from AuroDigital, who will also talk about their own experience from that. The IMS is an investment management system that is actually been moved from the US. It's now headquartered in Luxembourg. It's a marketplace for asset managers to raise capital. AIML is a that's artificial intelligence machine learning platform to create a suite of uh, prediction models for digital assets. So it's everything from GANs, WHANs, LSTMs, transformer models, where we essentially predict the price of digital assets and also invest in them. Aura.edu is another flagship venture. It has essentially disrupted the education space by creating a fully native AI app that curates a customized curriculum for students, everyone from class 11 upwards to professionals. And it also has a powerful learn to earn model where we're focused on a big problem in India, which is that a lot of the engineering colleges are half empty, and even the folks that are enrolled have less than half of the class actually finds a job after they graduate. Less of a problem in IIT, though we've actually seen that same phenomenon play out in the ITs as well to a lesser extent. So we've got two of our colleagues from Aura.edu, Nikhil and Shresh, with us as well to talk about their experience. I'll run through the others pretty quickly. The idea is just to give you a flavor of all of the types of innovation that's happening within the Aura Group. So Aura.ai is a robo-advisor. So it's a fintech asset manager. Ideal Development is a co-innovation and co-working company. Aura Yoga is a health tech company. Shub.in is one of India's leading content publishing and book publishing companies. Aura Bridge is is a German company that is one of the first to issue fully licensed tokens that tokenize real estate infrastructure and green bonds in Europe. AuroBet is a betting platform, which is a prediction markets for real world events, like who wins the U.S. election, for example. Orosui Clear is a JV with Sui, which is a spinoff from Facebook or Meta, as they now call it. Oracle is a venture where we essentially have a very deep data lake of pricing of various types of assets that we provide to various protocols. AuroDex and AuroLiquid are our proprietary DEX aggregator, where we basically have algorithms that are able to get the best price from multiple liquidity pools. And the last point is that the ones in all caps are Web3, and the ones in non all caps are basically Web2 projects. And so as you can see, AI and blockchain sort of run prominently across all of these companies. So with that, I'll pause and pass the mic on to Aura Digital. So Aditya and Navaz, whoever wants to kick off, and both of them are senior team members of ours now, who joined us right out of college and can share their experience. We also have one of the CEOs of one of our ventures called the Oro IMS on the line. Charlie, are you there?
I am. Nice to meet everyone. I can just give a little background on myself. Is that what you like, Mark?
Yeah.
So Charlie Phippen, I'm here outside of New York City, in the state of Connecticut, actually. So welcome, everyone. Really happy to see everyone on the call, and it's exciting to talk to such a great group. My background is I have about 25 years in finance. So I've worked at big firms like Goldman Sachs, UBS, BNP Paribas as a trader, and then moved more into management and running businesses. So I just was running as the CEO of a firm called Water Tower Research. And now we're working with Amar, and we're looking to expand that business as well. So nice to meet everyone.
Hi guys, I'm Aditya and I graduated from IIT Delhi in 2023. My major was in mechanical engineering. And since then, I'm a full stack developer at Auro Digital, where I contribute to both backend front-end system, as well as I am responsible for managing the CI/CD pipelines as well. So let me tell you about briefly what our day-to-day looks like. So for front-end development, we ensure that our platforms are user-friendly and visually appealing by building intuitive and responsive interfaces. We work extensively with React.js, TypeScript to create seamless user experience, and we also have a significant focus on performance optimizations as well, because in order to remove the UI latency as much as possible, so that our clients can use our tools effortlessly. On the backend side, we develop robust APIs mostly using Python, and we work closely with databases like Redis and Postgres to implement efficient data storage and retrieval mechanisms. And for CI/CD pipelines, we mostly work with Ansible, GitHub Actions, and Docker to design CI/CD pipelines that automate testing and development, as well as the monitoring procedures. So yeah, handing over to Nawaz, he can guide you more on the backend side.
Yeah. Hey guys, so I'm Nawaz Zafar. I'm a Python developer in Auro Digital. So the product that we are building is OEMS, which is Order and Execution Management System. So a brief background on me. So I'm also a 2023 graduate. Me and Aditya were in the same batch, and we got selected for Auro Digital, and it has been a great experience as we got to learn a lot about algorithmic trading and how the system works, and how crypto is redefining the future, as we say. And we are building as we are creating the future. So that's pretty interesting. We are not as we are creating new innovative solutions in the backend space. So the backend stack is mostly Python based, uh, where we have a lot of different Docker containers which manages different services. So we have balances, we have algo execution, we have exchange management, and we have everything in between. And we also have a very interesting decentralized integrations as well. So yeah, overall, my experience in Auro Digital has been very great. I got to learn a lot here. So over to you, answer.
Yep, thanks, Navaz. So maybe we can now move to Shrey, who can talk about his experience at Aura.edu.
Yeah, okay. So hi guys, I'm Suresh Jaiswal and I'm working at Auro.edu. So Auro.edu is basically the edtech side of Auro, and we are creating this platform for upskilling, and I'm working here as a product manager. So if you have seen the app of Auro.edu, I have designed it completely. So with Auro.edu, we are trying to achieve, to create a platform for, everyone who wants to learn, and as well as, uh, connect with the jobs, internships, freelance opportunities. So in a way, we are trying to fill the gaps between, learn to earn. Because you have seen like people in the market, they are learning from various platforms. Somebody are learning from YouTube and everything. But learning is just the first step, right? So after learning, you need to connect with the right opportunities as well. So with that goal in mind, I started working already. So before that, like I have 7 years of experience. I passed out in 2018. So initially, I was working in edtech sector of like K-12. So we were building a product for JEE, NEET, and those exams. So I have myself cleared those exams. So I started with that domain. So, but like from last 2 years, I have been working in this upskilling sector. So for mostly college students and professionals. So the very good thing about Auro.edu is we are trying to use the latest technology like AI, as you have seen. Like AI is it has gotten so much power now. So we are leveraging AI in Auro.edu and trying to build a platform where where AI can assist you in a way which is so personalized, and it knows everything about you, and can help you at every step. So Auro.edu is not just about learning. AI is along the way, and it will help you with doubt solving, revision, and it will create you custom courses. Like if you give a if exam and you see you have some weak concepts, so it will create you a custom course just for those weak concepts, dedicated for you, personalized. And also we have built this engagement on our Auro.edu app, because learning is just one part. Engagement is something where you actually explore the other side of learning. So the whole app is gamified and fully increased. So you can connect with other people, you can talk to experts in chat rooms, and there's e-money or a coin system in the app. So in a way, this app is, a whole platform what we need at this time, because there are so many platforms. But all what you do is something, it starts with the learning part, and then tutoring, mastering, and then at the end it's the earning. So we are connecting learning to earn. So we are not just uh, a platform which I would say you just go and start a course and learn and finish. So at the end, you will get the opportunities, freelance, full time, and internship and everything. So that's what we are trying to build in Auro.edu. So in the future, like if you are gonna have any doubts related to product, not just the learning part, but any doubt related to the product, like any feature, anything, you can ask me in this meeting. Yeah. So now handing over to Nikhil, it's our backend developer.
Hello. So I'm Nikhil. I passed out in 2016 and have been working for Auro.edu for last 8 months. So the backend architecture of AuroEdu is mostly based on Python and Flask. There are multiple microservices, and the middleware is in Node.js Express. For databases, we sometimes use Mongo, but mostly we use MySQL. And yeah, so for our Gen AI needs, sometimes we use ChatGPT, but most of the time we rely on Gaia.net, which is an uh, open source Gen AI platform where anyone can upload their own models and they can host their own nodes, right? And for some ML based tasks, we are using BERT and other models. So in the backend, I would say we use multiple tools based on their usage. So whatever the requirement is, we pick the best suitable tool and then we start using it. Uh, that's all for backend. Over to Omar.
Right. Thanks, Nikhil. Okay, so you've now heard from quite a few IIT alums who are currently part of our team. We have several, as I said, been working with IITs for over a decade, most closely with Delhi, because that's just close to our one of our data science centers, but with all of the IITs as well. Okay, so with that, we'll break into Q&A in case there are any questions.
Hello, sir. My name is Akash Bhartwaj.
Yeah, hi.
I'm, I'm from IIT Chennai. I'm also a placement coordinator and as well as a student over here. I'm tech student. And my question was like, there are a lot of products that you have just discussed about. EdTech product is the product based on Web3 and Web2. So how does the ideation process goes on for all these products? So in the initial phase, how does that
The what process? Sorry, the what process?
ideation process, idea basically?
Ideation. Yeah. No, that's a critical part of because we're at the very early stage. So we're at sort of, I mean, the project starts sort of pre-seed, and we typically come in at the pre-seed level. So it's all about ideation. And so what happens is that it's called a venture studio for a reason, as opposed to an incubator or an accelerator. You probably have heard all of these, and I know there are accelerators at IIT as well. Um, so a venture studio, the difference is that in a venture studio, you are kind of not only incubating, but you're also building from within. So what we tend to do is we leverage extensively our own networks of people. And so a lot of the initial ideas and the initial founders come from within the network, as opposed to just meeting somebody who you don't know at all, and then sort of just investing in their project. So that's the nuance between a venture studio and an incubator. Um, so the template is that I've 25 years and have done that across most probably the US, China, and India, but then also across Western Europe and Asia, Greater Asia. So Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Australia. So have seen a lot of the investment teams that have started early on in the US. So if you look at the e-commerce team, we've invested in that globally. So we invested early on in eBay and Amazon. And then when the biggest opportunity in e-commerce moved to China, we invested in Alibaba, Tencent, Baidu. Uh, and then finally, when the opportunity moved to India, uh, we were part of the biggest cash burn war ever seen in internet history, which was between Flipkart, Snapdeal, Shopclues, Paytm, and Amazon. And so my point is that we've seen a lot of these investment themes play out globally, and we kind of know the pattern, and what has been successful. and what can be successful going forward. Of course, the past is not always a predictor of the future, but there's quite a lot of investment acumen because of that in the team. And that's just not myself. There are others who've been part of that journey with me. And so when we ideate in the venture studio, we have a pretty good handle on what we think is a powerful idea, and we tend to first invest in it ourselves. So we seed all of these companies ourselves, and then we allow other external investors to come in. So, for example, in Aditya and Nawaz's company, or Digital, we now have two prominent VCs from Silicon Valley, Inventors Capital and Silicon Valley Quad, who've come in and done the subsequent round.
Thank you, sir.
So
That,
thanks for
that
the
answers.
question. Thank you. All right. Any other questions?
Yes, sir, requesting you to please describe the blockchain developer role.
Yeah, sure. So Nawaz, I'll allow you to come in as well, but let me kick it off. So, the languages that we tend to code in most frequently are obviously Solidity and then Rust. But we're also, given the partnership that we have with Sui, which is the Meta Facebook spinoff, that is all done in a language called Move. Um, and then we're also actually now actively looking for Golang developers as well. So within the blockchain space, those are the four sort of prominent languages that we code in. And then, in fact, one of our hires from IIT, Rohit, who joined us from IIT Delhi, has done some fantastic work in that area. Um, so we built this very cool aggregator, which is a bit like Jupiter, which is a DEX aggregator on Solana, which is valued over $1 billion. So that just focuses on 8 to 10 DEXs within within the Solana ecosystem. We've been able to extend that to a number of other blockchains, both EVM and non-EVM. Um, so, that's an example of somebody like yourself, coming in and kind of building, with Oro and leveraging all of the contacts that we can bring to bear, the resources that we can bring to bear from the entire ecosystem. So every time we build in the space, we have the benefit of partnering with the blockchains themselves, with the L1s and the L2s. And we know many of the founders well. We sometimes get grants from them as well to help us build and innovate. So yeah, that's a very exciting opportunity here.
Thank you.
Great. Any other questions?
What will be the steps of hiring process, sir?
So the hiring process is reasonably kind of structured. So maybe sometimes 2 rounds of exams, and then we filter it down to the interview stage. And then at the interview stage, you have a few senior folks from the team meet with the candidate and assess fit, and then we just extend an offer. So this year alone, we've already extended 10 offers across the ITs, and are looking to make some additional hires coming days.
Thank you, sir.
So, sir, for all the roles that are being present over at Oro, so is the hiring process same, or is it little different for every kind of role, basically? Like there is back-end role, front-end role.
It reasonably similar structure that I defined is very similar. Of course, the exams that you're giving can be quite different. So if you're applying for a back-end role, you'll get back-end content. If you're applying for front-end, you get front-end. blockchain, so on and so forth.
Okay, sir.
Great. So if there's no further questions, we'll leave it there. So thanks everyone for joining and your interest, and we look forward to engaging with you in the coming days.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you, sir. So I think all the doubts would have been cleared in this video. Now I will basically tell you what the next process is going to be in this process. So for round 1, which is going to be the assessment round, the placement coordinator has already been sent a mail regarding that. So round 1 application is very simple. For each role that you are interested in, either it's for internship or either it is for full time. So for internship or for full time, each role has their own unique job link. You just have to click onto the link, sign up, and you have to complete the assessment that is required for that particular link. All the students who have cleared the assessment will be moved on to the round 2 selection. So basically round 2 will be announced, the result of round 1 will be announced, and the round 2 will start immediately. So result will be announced next Monday. So that's going to be 29th of September. 29th of September we are going to announce the result for round 1 assessment, and after that the round 2 assessment will begin. So all the students who are appearing for the test, the main criteria that we are going to keep in mind while evaluating is how good you are scoring in test and how less time you are taking to score in the test. So these will be the factor which will be evaluated, and basis on this factor you will be passed on to the next round. Once your round 2 is completed, then after round 2 there will be again a leave period of 7 days for all the students to appear the test at their own pace. The best part is that you have to appear the test at your own pace. You only get one attempt to appear the test. You don't have multiple attempts. So whenever you think you're prepared for that topic, then only start the test. You have one attempt to complete the test, and once you have completed the test, you can basically be moved to the next round. Once the round 2 is done, then will be final interview rounds, and the final job offers will be given at that time. So that's how the whole process is basically going to be. We'll be following the same pattern, and each date will be communicated to your teachers as well, as I've already communicated you the result date for round 1, that is going to be 29th September. So you have 2 weekends to complete the test at your own pace. Before going to the test, before appearing through the test, I always suggest people to basically go through the website a little bit, understand the platform, understand like how you will be operating here, and then you will be basically able to appear for the test. So that's how the process is going to be. You can basically visit onto our website, right? That's auroedu.com. Just visit there, create an account, sign up and get habituated with the test, and then finally appear for the test within the time frame of 1 week. So you have to complete the test before next Friday. After that, we won't be considering any test that the student will be appearing. Only the result will be checked in the 3-day, Friday, Saturday, and the Monday the result will be declared. So you can go through the platform, visit it, go through the test, get familiar with it. All the links for the job roles have already been shared with your placement coordinator. If she has any issues, you can contact Bharati ji. She can reach out to us and we'll be helping out all the queries. So I hope this session was helpful, and if you want, you can reach out to us on LinkedIn, you can reach out to Amma, you can reach out to me, anyone, and you can ask us any queries or any doubt you have further. So all the best, and hopefully we'll have a good placement this season, and happy to onboard some of you guys onto our platform. Those interested in different domain, just go to the Auro platform. We are in every domain, so